TV.
Huh? Do you want to inside the gloves here? Show me around here. Scorch yourself with that.
Yeah, right now. 1 second. 1 second. You know what I find about gloves though, when you,
Once they heat up.
once you get hot, once your gloves feel hot, it's usually too late.
Too late, yeah. Maybe they didn't put it in.
It takes a good while to get them started. I ain't going home enough for you, I can tell you.
The hole isn't how big yet.
Just like the pins actually small for them. Come back at the bottom with a blob in the bottom. Yeah, here you go. Well, that's not bad, no.
No, it's not bad. Fry it up.
My God.
What?
Here, here. Here, I tell you what, put the screwdriver on.
It doesn't go anywhere, that's how topper the frames to it.
Hold on one
Put my knees there so I can, just from the heater. Can you not?
No! A bit of catching up to do.
Right. Like that, it's good.
Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm at home now. We're here melting lead. Jeez, there's some heat in this year. Back at that. Yeah. Well.
Okay, so it looks like the light is fading, but we're going to be starting the pour shortly. You see there's an aluminium shield as such, which you wrap around the barrel, which kept the heat away somewhat from the molds where we were going to be working. And actually the melt went quite well. The lead melted in fairly short order. That's an extension to the tap handle that I have in my hand there, which in fact we didn't really need because the heat wasn't so fierce at all at the top. And the lead wasn't willing to pour on its own. We had to heat it up for just a couple of seconds with a MAP gas torch, and then it was ready to flow. When we did get the lead flying, it took us a little bit by surprise. You know, there's 27-30 liters of lead in that container, and you know the pressure of the lead due to its weight comes out at quite a pace. So we weren't able to open the tap as fully as we would have liked because the lead was inclined to run all over the place and not always in the desired direction. So we had to reduce the flow, and I think that slowed down the pour somewhat. Otherwise, you know, had we had the spout pointed into the mold more directly, we probably could have poured the thing in 3 or 4 minutes. As it was, I think it probably took about 7 or 8, maybe 10 minutes. And we possibly erred on the side of caution by pouring in too much lead. I didn't take the precaution of marking on the mold to what level of lead should be poured, so we ended up in fact pouring too much lead in. But I guess it's easier to saw it off or take it off afterwards than add it on. In fact, from what I understand, it's impossible to melt hot lead on top of cold lead, so we, as I say, erred on the side of caution. The mold didn't leak. It seemed to steam and smoke a lot. Not so much steam, but certainly smoked a lot. And but it certainly didn't leak. And it held its shape very well, even though I had taken the precaution of having a number of clamps over the mold. I don't think, in fact, they were necessary. The wood was quite strong and did its job. So patience now, waiting until the following day to see what it looks like. Here you can see the keel cooking away after the pour. There's still smoke coming from it quite a few minutes later, and in fact it continued to burble and make strange noises for a few minutes after the pour. But as I say, it didn't leak. And subsequently the following day we noticed that there was some burning of the mold on the inside, but it contained itself anyway. Right, the morning after, here we go. So as we can see, it hasn't gone on fire anyway overnight, which is something. Brendan stayed here all night long. Look, he's still dressed the same as he was yesterday evening, watching it. And this part here looks nice. That looks nice. You can see where the lead has shrunk in the mold, and this part here looks a little bit kind of more pockmarked, all right. And but it was bubbling away for ages, wasn't it, Brendan? For ages and ages and ages. A lot of steam came out of it. Could have been the wood was too hot or too damp. And our fire bricks, well, didn't quite live up to it.
Twice as many now.
We've twice as many now. Bottom of our urn, our crucible. Not too much crud left in it. And here's the tap that caused a bit of confusion. Brandon, come over here and explain what you were saying about modifying the tap. And here's one we made earlier. This one looks to be out of steel. I have no idea what this boat is. I think it's some sort of French make. It's been lying here for quite a time. Got the flag on it. Anyway, I took a look at it. I'm not sure something would be worth restoring. It's a plastic hull and not very pretty inside. Anyway, back to this. So yes, the tap we were looking at improving was this here. When we opened it up last night, the lead came flying out every which way. So we're thinking of actually putting a cover over it here, or even a bigger tube over it, out as far as here, welding a tube sleeve along to there, so that when the lead splashes out, it sort of gets contained, and then will run more suitably, or in a more even fashion, should I say, along the bottom and come out here. So that'll be improving to our Crucible Mark II. Hi there, excitement. We loaded up with Brendan's tractor onto the trailer and took it off to the local weighbridge to weigh it, which told us in fact that we were a bit overweight. But as you can follow on my blog, you'll see that the lead keel turned out quite well in the end. So thanks to Brendan and Jordan for all their help in making our keel.